Hey Flosstube, today is November the 12th and this is Flosstube number 15. My name is Christine and I would like to welcome you to Stitching in the Burrow. That's my name here on Flosstube as well as on Instagram if you'd like to follow me there. Today we're going to start off and show you the things that I have worked on, my works in progress, my whips. I will talk a little bit about plans, show you a couple of things that I've received through I guess it would be considered haul in a way. And then also, we hit 1,000 subscribers. Well, we're over 1,000 now by the time I make this video. So we've got our giveaways as promised. So let's jump in and take a look at everything that we have going on. So these are in no particular order. I know it's been a couple weeks since I've made a floss tube, so I just wanted to get on here and make sure I showed everything that I was stitching. I know normally that I would give you my plans for the month of November, already, midway through November. What I did this time was I just kept the same plans. The theme for this month was supposed to be like seasons or something, and there was only like one pattern under it, so I'm not sure what I was thinking when I created that. So I went ahead and I just pulled back all of my patterns for the theme for October, which was like autumn theme, so I kept all those. And I added one more pattern to it, which was my 4 seasons pattern. So, which I'll show that to you. So I'm going to continue to work on those. What I do is I spin my wheel. I just kind of see where things land. All of those patterns are in that wheel for the month. And then, you know, my patterns that I stitch on for different times of the month, like the 13th of the month, I stitch Halloween. And the 25th of the month, I stitch a Christmas piece. All of those are in that decision wheel as well. So whatever it lands on is what I've been stitching. I've just had a lot on my mind this past month, to be honest with you. So it was just easier for me not to make any more decisions than I needed to. So I went ahead and I let the wheel make the decision for me, except for there's 2 different pieces. The month of October, I did not do well on my piece for my full coverage fanatic challenge. It was a gray piece. It was an oriental piece. I call it tataki. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but I didn't stitch on that at all. So the month of November, the color for coverage fanatic challenge is black. So right away out of the gate, I started making sure that I worked on that piece. And in all honesty, I found that piece very comforting to me through the month, or for the past couple weeks. So I put a little bit more progress on that than I would have some of my others. So, but anyway, let's go ahead and get started. I did get some progress made on my piece of my quick stitch. I have an inner design called Anne of Green Gables. I'm over here in the land of green. Yay, folks. We're on the tree. On the tree. My progress on it, you'll be able to tell right away. You can see right there. I think that may be a page finish right there. So I'm not sure. I'll take a look at it real quick to see. I know on some of my patterns I've gotten a page finish. Yeah. So that's 3. Let's see where I am. Real quick. Just talk amongst yourselves for just a second. Actually, this is the start of, there's 5 full pages done apparently, and I'm on the start of page 6. So that bit right there in the corner is the start of page 6. So, and if you're new here, I stitch majority of my stitching on 18 count Aida. It's mostly full coverage projects, so if I'm not stitching on that, I'll let you know. I think this one's a 16 count. So. The next one, I actually worked on my rainy day project. Had a couple days of rain here in Tennessee, so I added some more days to it. This is my pattern, Turtle Voyage by Artisty Designs. And this one, if you're new to my channel, if you're just popping in today, I work on this piece whenever there's any type of precipitation outside. I try to do at least 100 stitches on this one, if not more. Just depends on how I'm feeling. This one, I did some more over here in blue, and I don't think I made it back over here to that area that I enjoy. But I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I have my husband cut the piece of fabric off at the end over here because there was a lot of fabric on the end. So this is where we are. Not too much done since you've last seen it, but there was some progress made. A couple hundred stitches. So, and I think, you know, when I know we'll go into plans, but just kind of keep in mind, this is one that's going to continue on with my plans for the new year. I know we're not there yet for the new year, but my head starts thinking about all those things in October. So another one that came up on my decision wheel, this was a fall piece for last month's theme, so it moved ahead to this month's theme. This was a free pattern by Tilton Crafts. I don't believe you can get this one anymore. It's called Thanksgiving. Ignore all of that. That was me, new to cross stitching, coming back and trying to figure out the size of fabric. This one is done on a 14 piece count piece of fabric. And the work that I did this time is over here, and I did a little bit more over here from what you can see. So see all that? Yeah. I think I'm a little bit closer to the camera this time than don't know how many stitches. You know, some months I'm really good about telling you how many stitches I got put in on something, and other months I'm just lucky I got to stitch. So this was one of those couple weeks where I was just thankful whatever time I got to stitch. The next one is called Cup of Cheer, and it's by Shannon Design. Looks like this. And if you see my nails, ignore them. They need to be painted really bad. I'm sorry. So this is done on a piece of 18 count fabric by Bestitch Me Fabrics called Space Rock. And last time you saw it, I believe I only had the H put in over here. And since then, I've been able to put in the whole word have. And I started a little bit of the sprig of, I guess, greenery, holly, whatever it is. The penguins on his head right here. So I've made it that far. I don't think it looks too bad. I was kind of questioning whether or not, you know, it would be okay on this fabric, but so far so good. And I think the white's showing up a little bit better than I thought it would. So I'm happy with it right now. We can go with that. And just to let you all know, if there are any audio issues, I do have a brand new camera. I do have hopes and plans to get these videos recorded on that camera. I have yet to be able to touch it. It is actually sitting behind my phone right now. I haven't learned how to use it yet. So I hear you. I know some of the audio is not the best. I cannot figure out why. I've tried everything under the sun, so bear with me, folks. The next one is my Anne of Green Gables, and this is by I thought I had paper in here. This was by I don't. If you all want to know, you can ask me. This is my I'm supposed to put in 6 strands a day on this one. I have not been doing that, but I did get in a couple strands on this one since the last time you've seen it. And this one is a monochromatic piece done in DMC 824. And since the last time you all have seen it, I worked over here. So it still looks stunning. I think it's absolutely beautiful. Right now, all in honesty, I'm tired. I've worked all day and talked all day, so I'm slurring my words. I apologize. But it's my train of stitching this. Oh, I am trying to work on the ones that I am in a challenge with. So the next one is my piece I need to ooh and ah over, and I'm going to ooh and ah over it, folks. It's just how it is. It's called, by Heaven and Art Design, it's called Reader's Paradise. I actually have the puzzle for this, and during my small break that I'm taking for the Thanksgiving break, I'm going to pull out this puzzle and actually work on this puzzle. So this one is just absolutely gorgeous. All of my work, this one has been done right here. You can tell in the corner. But you know, here we go. It's big. There you go. So let's all do this, because you know how I do. Look, oh, look at the detail, guys. Come on now. Slowly show it to you. There's the lights. Here's the top of the bookcase coming in. Look at this detail. Love this piece. My niece is also working on this piece. See, she's the stitching penguin here on Flosstube, and she is not nearly as far as I am, but she's also working on a higher count fabric. I think it's like 25. I love the choice of fabric I made here, and I love the way it's coming out, so I couldn't ask for it to look any better than it does. This piece I was not going to show because I've only done about 100 stitches on it, but it's my whip. I worked on it, so I would like to show it to y'all. This is Mircat 1, and it's by Light Unicorn Designs on Etsy. And I have pulled this pattern and chosen this pattern because my youngest grandbaby is in love with meerkats. So I am working to try to get this one done for her. And by working, it's so fun for me to do this one. I love her to death. It's got nothing to do with my grandbaby, but boy, I don't know, this one does not call to me. So this little square right here is what I put in. There you go. And the first page, I think, is all of this blue right here. So this thing, there's nothing to see. There's just that blue. But we'll get there. We will get there. It'll get done. She may be 18 by the time it gets done. Just kidding. It'll get done. I spent a little bit more time on this one than I did some others. I got caught up into getting a page finished, and boy, you could tell where the page just cuts off on this one. But this is a Halloween freebie by Charting Creations, and you can still get this in their Facebook group. And this is being done in the standard 310, and it is on a piece of fabric called Phoenix by Bestitch Me Fabrics. And it is an opalescent fabric, and it's an 18 count piece of fabric. And I think the last time you all seen it, I was over here on this L Halloween. None of this was put in here, so all of that's been put in the other L. But like I said, it cuts straight off. You can tell just where the page ended. So I'm excited. I think it's looking wonderful. But of course, when I get over here, I have a lot of stitching in that bat, but that's my goal. I can't wait to get over here. And this is one of those pieces that should be seen every month because it comes out on the 13th of the month. It's supposed to. So, you know, that's my hopes of getting that one done. That's my Halloween piece. So, I was excited for the progress I made there. And then, of course, you know, you step back, you take the picture, you see how good it looks. Another one that came up on my wheel and was the theme for last month was by the Cross Stitch Studio, and it's called Sunflowers. This is a retired piece. Unfortunately, you can no longer get it. There were just some days that, you know, I find comfort in certain stitching that I have, and so this one was it. And I only put in a couple hundred stitches on this one. Felt like more than that, but there's a lot of confetti over here, so it took me a minute, but I think it looks absolutely beautiful. Someone made the comment on one of my videos that that all my pieces are like my babies, and I guess you're right. Yes, they are. They all have their own little personalities, I guess, too. You know, some days you want to hang out with some of them, and other days you don't. So some of them get put in timeout. This next piece is actually in the challenge. This is the one for the color black that is in the Full Coverage Fanatics challenge for the month. And this is the New Solar System by Artisty Design. I finished the first 5 pages are done. And when you see it, the little piece that's left, when I do work on that little piece right here, that will finish page 6. So when I'm done with that little corner piece right there, 6 pages will be done on this. Does this not look gorgeous? Look at these colors. I can even see them just in the camera. They're just, oh. I'm talking about my stitch, and I'm talking about the way the patterns are designed. They're just beautiful. Some of them are just, I don't know. But y'all know me. I love color. So here we are. So the 6 pages will be done. Not bad. I don't know how many pages are in the pattern, but not bad. This is the pattern that was added for the month called 4 Seasons for the theme. November. I'm like, what month are we in, folks? This is by Charting Creations, and like I said, it's called 4 Seasons. This one actually came up twice on my decision wheel. So, I'm over here to get more of this done. There's not a whole lot to see across here. So, like I said, the majority was done here. So, there's some new colors coming out in there. So, that would be up here. Top of this tree right here is where I'm at. So that one's going to continue to stay for the month of November. When it comes up on the wheel, it comes up on the wheel. I have some other ones that haven't come up yet on the wheel. So I don't know. We'll see if they get done. This next piece is also, this one is in a challenge with the Cross Stitch Studio that started for the month of November. It is their monthly, every other month, so bi-monthly challenge. And I usually put Mommy Kissing Santa Claus into this one. This time I decided to change, and I chose Mr. Cardinal, and you can still get him on their website. I love that red. I cannot wait till I start stitching on him. Currently, I am over here just getting ready to finish up this over by this leaf right here. Back over here and start it again. So there will be, I will, when I go across here, I will start that little bitty piece of feathers or whatever on top of his head as I come across. But here is where I am at. I love the black and the red together. I think it looks amazing. I did realize that there's some stitching standing out right here. These 2 little stitches. I chose the wrong color. Those have to be pulled out. So I'll pull those out tonight and get them restitched. And I apologize for my dog. Anyway, this one will continue on. And I have to upload at least 3 pictures of this a week. I think there's supposed to be a total of 13 pictures. One is your starting photo and then 12 additional ones by the end of the month. And then your name gets put into a drawing, free pattern. And I actually won the previous month. So I won a free pattern, which you all have seen. And then you also get a coupon, but I'm also part of their monthly. So, you know, I can get a discount on my patterns anyway. And what would my floss tube be like? I know I didn't start off my floss tube with Mommy Kissing Santa, but here they are. Here it is. There's another person doing this, and they are ahead of me already. They're down here somewhere. And I was like, oh, the competitive part of me wanted to come out, but their stitching looks beautiful. So we can both stitch it and have fun. Since you've seen me, I've put in some more boys' pajamas right here. That's where we are. There's a lot of color changes in that. A lot of blue. I'm trying to tell if you all can see. Like I said, I'm sitting in a different position. So, as far as that goes for plans, I can talk about that in just a minute. But I did, again, want to thank each and every one of you who have subscribed to my channel. I truly appreciate you hitting that subscribe button, helping me make it over the 1,000 mark, commenting, chatting with me in the videos. I truly appreciate that, bottom of my heart. And so, before I go on to some patterns that I received, let's go ahead and do a quick giveaway. I was hoping that I would have hit this in October, but I didn't, so it is what it is. Our first giveaway is a piece of fabric by Forbidden Fiber Company called Silent Night. And it's an 8 of fabric, excuse me, a 16 count. And I'm taking it out just so you can see it. And it is 1/8 of a yard. I just think this is beautiful. This is not doing it justice. We all know that, you know, the cameras and stuff do not do things justice when we try to show them. But sorry. Again, Forbidden Fiber Company, Silent Night. So that's the first giveaway. If you want to be entered into that, please use the word fabric. The next one is a pattern by Silver Creek Samplers. And it's called Flying Lessons or Flying Lesson. This is what it looks like. If you want to be entered into this one, please put the word fly. And you can choose all three and put the words for all three of them and just see who gets chosen. And the next one, I don't think I've seen anyone have this pattern. It jumped out at me when I was at my local needlework shop, Country Covered here. And so again, I've watched quite a few floss tubes. Maybe someone is doing it. I'm not sure, but this is called Autumn Love. And I think this is absolutely gorgeous. But I love autumn, so I mean, there's that. So if you want to be entered into this one, this is by Lori Holt by Bee in My Bonnet. So you would write autumn, A-U-T-U-M-N, autumn. So there are 3 of the giveaways there. And if you would like to be entered into that giveaway, don't say giveaway, be 18. You know the drill. So hopefully, I can't wait to see who gets to win those and what you get to stitch on the fabric. So then there's just a little bit of haul. And I'm sorry, I should have taken this one out of the package before I started. So crinkle, crinkle, my apologies. This is the Be Stitch Me Fabric of the Month. I'm sure you've already received yours because this was from, I want to say the end of October, but if you haven't, please look away. But this is the color. Again, don't look at my nails. They look awful. It's a very nice... I'm in the neutral club. Sorry, the packaging stuck to it. So I'm excited for that one because there's many things that there are many things that I could think of that I could stitch on that. So that's exciting. In the Cross Stitch Studio, as I said before, their monthly their monthly pattern club, and so this was one of the ones that I've chosen for the month. It's called Autumn Fox. I think it's absolutely adorable. They've got some really beautiful patterns up. They've got one that's you don't have to be in, well, we get early access to the pattern. So one of them is a study. So if anybody knows me with books and stuff, so that, you know, that may be mine. This was another one that came out. It's called Bunny Gifts. And don't know if I have any more printed from them. No. This next one, this was the free, it's a free pattern in the monthly newsletter by Sapphire Mountain Stitching Book Club. I have the Anne of Green Gables pattern from the Stitching Book Club, and if anybody's participated in her book club before, she's done different themes. Secret Garden, Christmas Carol, stuff like that. But this one is called A Time to Give Thanks. Look at these colors. Are those not gorgeous? Oh, that is going to look so good. These are some of my favorite colors right here. I've also pulled Fox and Rabbit. They create different, I guess it's like a year-long stitch along. And it wasn't this year. I think it was the year previous to it. They had one called Talavera, I think is how you say it. And some of these colors that are in here are actually colors that I would use in that. But I'll show you that when I get ready to start it. This one, Artisty Designs, when you're in their Facebook group and stuff, they will give away monthly freebies, and this was one that they're giving away for the month. I chose this one not only because it seems like a tree of life to me, which I absolutely adore, but it's got all of the bunch of colors in it, which attracts me as well. And this one's called Mini Colorful Tree. They've got a ton of beautiful patterns on their website. Easy to read patterns. Yeah, I can't say enough good about them. And I think her name is Tarina. I've never pronounced it, but she's wonderful to work with. Great customer service. Another one that they had given away is Winter Wolf. So I chose this one because you all know I do wolves. I think this is absolutely beautiful. Can't wait to stitch that one. So if you're wanting to dip your toe into some full coverage, Artisty Design is great. The Cross Stitch Studio is wonderful. Charting Creations, Heaven and Earth Design. Those are all really good places to start, but I forewarn you, when you pull up those websites, you are going to go down a rabbit hole, and you know you mean to get one pattern and you are then connected to 10 that you are doing. I mean, someone asked me how many patterns I had, and there's a couple that I didn't show still that I realized, and one that was inappropriate to show. I think I did, my last count was 163 or 164. So that's where we are, but there were still a couple missing. So anyway, these next ones are by Shannon Christine Design, and both of these belong to the monthly club that I'm in. And this one's called Hello Winter. She did all of the seasons. However, I think I got autumn and winter because of when I started. But this is cute. Can't wait to stitch that one. And this one, if you're part of her club, and she'll release these, I'm sure, in the future. But this one comes in this particular coloring. And then there's another one that has, it's like yellow and blue, some other colors to it, not like the gold and red for Christmas, but they're the same exact ornaments, just with a different color theme to them. And then you have ones that are not beaded. That's this one, beaded ones. And then there's ones that are beaded. So they look just like this, but then they have some beads to them. So I don't know. I know I pulled the non-beaded one here, but you know, it's a Christmas ornament. I think it would look wonderful if you put some beads on it. So I don't know. But there were some other freebies and stuff throughout the month, which you have seen. I think we still have, I think there's a Halloween one still for this month and another Christmas one for the month. So if you haven't looked into her stuff, she's got two different ones. She's got this one that's the monthly one, and she had one that was just Christmas ornaments, which I've shown before, little square ornaments. But she is changing that for January 2024. It is now going to be a year-long thing. So you might want to head over there to Shannon Designs, take a look at what she has to offer. She's got some really good patterns. Lots of really cute ones. That's where the cup of cheer and everything comes from. So, let's see, plans going forward. I think just for the rest of November, I'm going to stick to Mr. Cardinal, who's in the challenge, Mommy Kissing Santa Claus, and Anne of Green Gables, the Quick Stitch. Those are all given. The new Solar Planet, because that's part of that challenge for the month with the full coverage fanatics. My other Anne of Green Gables that's blue and white, the monochromatic piece, that one's going to be stitched on. And then whatever else kind of pops up on my wheel for the month. And then I'm still thinking about, you know, my plans for next year, whether or not I still want to do these themes. I've taken all of my patterns and I was trying to break them up into different themes, but there's more themes than there are months for the year. So then I was trying to figure out, you know, how I could work on all of them, and at least, you know, if I had some for the month and ones that I at least touched throughout the year. I haven't quite figured out how to get all that done. But I do like the themes, because what happens is with so many projects, having those, I get to pull out the theme, you know, the projects that I work on for the month, put them in my basket that sits next to my stitching chair. And then this way I can just go through and work on those, and I can put them on my decision wheel and, you know, see what comes up. If I just stitched on what I wanted when I wanted, or if I used all of my decision wheels like that have all the number of projects on them, I would have my husband crawling under my bed to pull out all these different totes to find them, and that's a waste of stitching time to me. So I thought about that for a minute, and then I went, no, I don't think I want to do that. So I think I'm going to stay with the themes. Just not sure how I'm going to go about that. I'm definitely going to stay with my rainy day piece. Turtle Voyage is going to be in there. So yeah, and we'll see what happens. And so, you know, right now I think we're sitting at about 1,031 or 32 subscribers. Again, I can't thank you all enough from the bottom of my heart for coming to my channel and subscribing. When I started this back in February, I didn't expect to get but a handful of people. So, you know, my heart well. I also have my other channel, which is not, it's just starting out. It's very slow. It's more a mental health channel. So if you're interested in that, it's called Becoming Holistically Whole. You know, I talk about different mental health topics on there that might be helpful to some. Some of the upcoming topics that I'd like to do, I'm looking over here because my whiteboard is here, is things on grief in the holidays, how to deal with family members in the holidays, because that's coming up. If you have a struggle with food addiction, anything like that, you know, how to eat for the holidays. There's Fit Friday, which I'm, you know, don't want to go off on a tangent. This isn't the channel to do it. But, you know, my Fit Fridays, I'm in there with all of you. I'm doing this for myself. I'm walking this journey with you. So if you want to come on over to that channel, please do so. Again, it's called Becoming Holistically Whole. So I'm hoping to be back to see you all in about 2 weeks with another floss tube. So maybe with more stitching, tell you the giveaway winners, see where we're at. But again, I hope you have a happy Thanksgiving if you celebrate. I'm not sure whether or not I'll be back by then. I may record that weekend. Not sure. I have family coming and grandbabies and stuff. So if I'm not back by then, I hope everyone has a blessed Thanksgiving if that's what you celebrate. And I'll see you in a couple weeks. Okay? I'll talk to you then. Take care of you.